Reify Health is a company that is accelerating the development of novel therapies by making clinical trials more accessible to people around the world who've never had access to modern medicines before. Myself, my co-founders, we kind of arrived at a similar conclusion from our own personal angle. Each of us came to the conclusion that clinical trials are the largest bottleneck on getting new treatments to patients. My personal story, I was in the MD PhD program at Johns Hopkins, and I saw so many of my colleagues around me did incredible basic science research, but then it would just sit on the shelf. Once they got their PhD, they would move on to the next thing. It was so hard to get some of these new discoveries into the clinic, and it's because clinical trials are so expensive, so unpredictable. And then as we started to dig into the problem, you start to see, well, actually, there are more than enough people in the world to enroll clinical trials very rapidly. The things that cause all of the waste, the expense of running clinical trials, they're things that we can actually go in and stitch together using some of the modern technologies that exist now to make this just a big, giant global logistics and math problem. And so 12 years ago, we said we're going to set out on this journey and see if we can actually make something that's expensive and slow and unpredictable into an industry that is actually much more rapid, predictable, and investable even.